Welcome everyone to the 2022 Awards of Excellence Gala. 5, 10, 20 years ago, I definitely would not have imagined I'd be up here in a room like this. It's truly an honor to be up here in front of so many great leaders in the community. I would like to welcome our government representatives tonight. We've got MP Michael Barrett. Round of applause. We've got Mayor-elect from Prescott, Gauri Shankar. And the Mayor-elect of Brockville, Matt Wren. I want to thank them for coming tonight. We appreciate their support, and the Chamber appreciates the strong working relationships that we have with each of you. Now, I'll never forget the first time that I heard the voice of our host for tonight. The year was 1993. Now, a lot has changed since then, of course. In 1993, the Toronto Blue Jays were world champions, back-to-back, of course. Go Jays, go. The Dallas Cowboys were still the Super Bowl champs. And the Toronto Maple Leafs hadn't won the Cup in 26 years. Some things don't change. So, it was 1993. I woke up in the morning, poured myself a delicious bowl of Lucky Charms, and my mother turned on the radio. And the voice that I heard was incredible. He was upbeat, informative, and best of all, he had a way of making you feel like he was speaking directly to you. I believe his exact words that day were, "I would like to wish a very happy 6th birthday to Orlando from his mom and dad." Yes, it was the birthday section of the show, but the point remains. Our host tonight is an incredible talent, and it is an honor to introduce him. He is a staple of our community, an active leader on numerous boards and committees, and he was our 1989 Citizen of the Year. There's absolutely nobody we would rather have guide us through this evening's festivities. Please welcome Bruce Wiley.
Well, I'd like to say I'm just happy to be here. And you might have noticed that I've lost a few pounds. Thank you. My wife says the same thing. But I was in the grocery store last week, and this lady came up to me and she said, "My goodness, you've lost a lot of weight. What's your secret?" I said, "Well, it's called a heart attack." And she looked at me and she said, "I got to get my husband on that." Please don't. I'd like to first of all thank the many people that have sent me best wishes tonight, that have come over to say that they're glad to see that I'm here. It's been a real journey over the last couple of months, a very emotional journey over the last couple of months. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But we want to get this evening going, and we're just a tad behind time now, so we're going to skip supper. Better not do that. All right, our title sponsor this year, we're delighted to have MNP. And so I went online today. I was trying to figure, what does MNP stand for? It doesn't stand for anything. So I made up my own thing. MNP, money, no problem. Please welcome from MNP, Haley Cicerelli and Kristen Bennett.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Haley Cicerelli. I'm a manager at MNP, and I'm joined on stage by my colleague, Kristen Bennett. Thank you to the Chamber for putting on this event. It's nice to see everyone in person. On behalf of our team, we are happy to be here tonight to celebrate the continued success in our business community.
As a proudly Canadian entrepreneurial firm, we believe that local businesses are the backbone of our community. And that's why we are once again pleased to be the titled sponsor of the 2022 Awards of Excellence Gala.
We congratulate all the businesses and business leaders that have contributed to the success of our city, and we are happy to be here to celebrate their achievements this evening. We are proud to serve as trusted advisors to many of you and look forward to continuing to work together with you to ensure the continued success of our city.
Thank you for coming tonight. Let's enjoy tonight's celebration.
Please. All right, now the best part of the night, dinner is served. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an honor it is to be here tonight. We honor a former mayor, a woman who is our young professional in a non-traditional business, and a woman who finally gives us the answer. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Obviously, it's the egg. It's been quite a year. Finally able to get together in indoor settings like tonight, although COVID cases are still on the rise in the area. We have a municipal election next week. Glad to see our mayor-elect, Matt Wren. I don't know where you are, Matt, but good luck to you and your team. So what is the biggest need in this community? Finding people to work and places to live. Those would be the top two. Matt, it won't be easy, but we trust the newly elected council will have these as priorities when they take power. Finally, we had events back. The tunnel opened, and it still is the #1 attraction here in Brockville. We had tall ships. We had the Thousand Islands Regatta. We had Rib Fest. And someone had a heart attack. So I'm glad I'm here tonight. August the 13th will be a day I won't forget. But thanks to a wonderful team who performed double bypass, I am here. The challenge, that many of you have heard this story, they found a fistula in my heart. Apparently I've had this since birth, and it's something that takes blood away from your heart and sends it to no man land. Anyway, the doctor and the surgeon had never seen this in the heart, and that's really reassuring. Anyway, he managed to explain what he was going to try to do. He wasn't sure whether he could cut it out or tie it. Apparently they ended up tying it. And when it was all over, they went to talk to my wife, and they told her I'd had a heart attack 15 years ago, and that my heart had prepared another artery, so they didn't have to do triple bypass. They only had to do double bypass. You know, we have shortages everywhere, and I certainly saw that in the hospital. But thanks to the great staff both here in Brockville and in Kingston, I had excellent care. These are the professionals. These are the professionals who are overworked. They're in highly stressful jobs on a daily basis, and I'd like to acknowledge all of the healthcare workers who have coped with this stress for the last 3 years during COVID. All right, now the first of our awards, and to introduce our Business Person of the Year, please welcome from Career Services, Chad Noonan.
Thanks, Bruce. You think being friends with the chamber president would sit you a little closer to the front, but I emceed his wedding in this room, but that's okay. That's all right. We're not mad about it. Thank you very much for having us. Career Services is honored to once again be involved in this year's Gala of Excellence Awards. Career Services sees great value in events like this to promote and highlight inclusive businesses in our community. Brockville has time and time again proved to be a leader in helping job seekers we support gain meaningful and supportive employment. This year's winner of Business Person of the Year and the business she represents is no exception to this. Burnbrae has time and time again proved to be supportive and an inclusive employer and a partner with Career Services on this mission. With over 400 employees locally, the impact of this amazing organization on our community cannot be measured. The person at the helm of this business tonight is the winner of the Business Person of the Year, and that's Margaret Hudson.
Hello everyone, my name is Barry Moss, President of 401 Electric. Every year at this time, we pause and look at ourselves and our community to select an innovative local leader to honor as Business Person of the Year. There are many candidates under consideration, but Margaret Hudson, President and CEO of Burnbrae Farms, demonstrates all the characteristics we expect in our business leaders and sets standards for others to follow. Burnbrae Farms is the largest family-owned egg business in Canada, and we are proud to have them as part of our local business community. Margaret leads a fourth-generation, 130-year-old family business that is collaborative and resilient, that values people, animals, and the environment. Margaret has created a values blueprint that has 5 fundamental values that serve as the lighthouse for guidance and direction for Burnbrae Farms. They are: lead responsibly, innovate optimistically, grow courageously, operate sustainably, and collaborate openly. It's a great responsibility to lead an organization of 1,500 people. Many families are counting on you for their livelihood. Margaret embraces these challenges and leads with distinction. It's not just the Brockville and District Chamber of Commerce that recognizes Margaret's talents. Other awards she has received: Food and Health Consumers Product of Canada Award of Distinction, the Canadian Grocery Industry's highest award, the Golden Pencil Award, the Canadian Retail Council Lifetime Achievement Award, the most Trusted Egg Brand in Canada, A&W Canada Award of Excellence, Grocery Hall of Fame, and the Canadian Grocer Award for Sustainability. I think we all know and are aware of these positive impacts Burnbrae has in its local community, including employing 400 people and donating time to our local charities. And let's not forget the generous donation of the much-needed eggs for our food bank. I congratulate you, Margaret, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce.
My name is Ian McFall. I've worked at Burnbrae Farms for over 34 years, and I've worked with Margaret for over 30 years. Margaret is a very deserving recipient of the Chamber's Business Person of the Year Award. To prepare for this interview, I asked a group that includes Margaret's siblings, our external advisors, and several Burnbrae senior leaders about Margaret's leadership style, and I asked them to give me one word that best describes Margaret. Well, the votes are in, and that word is passionate. But other words come to mind as well. They include energetic, caring, family, loyal, and committed. And I would add smart, hardworking, and courageous to the list. On a personal note, I know that family and family involvement in the business are both very important to Margaret, and I commend her for leading a multi-generational process designed to ensure both the long-term success of the family and the business. Margaret, on behalf of the entire Burnbrae team across the country, allow me to congratulate you on receiving this very special and highly regarded Business Person of the Year award. Congratulations, Margaret.
Margaret wins a bottle of world-famous Brockville mouthwash. Please welcome Margaret Hudson.
Wow, I guess I'm talking to this. That's a light. This is a mic. Got it. Anyway, thank you so much for that kind introduction, Chad, and Ian and Barry. Thank you. It's so nice. I was wondering what Ian would say. And it is so great to be in person, and I guess I have to answer that question, which I didn't prepare remarks for. But we've sort of debated this question about the chicken or the egg, and we've decided that, of course, the egg came first because, you know, every chicken came out of an egg, but there were, you know, things that came out of eggs before there were chickens. So there you go. That's our answer. That's our official industry answer to that question. And I just wanted to start by expressing my gratitude for this prestigious award. Thank you to the Board of Directors and the Executive and the Selection Committee of the Brockville Chamber of Commerce who have chosen me as a recipient, and to Barry Moss of 401 Electric who nominated me, and also to Sonia Fiorini and Jim Alsasser who helped with the process. I guess they provided some information. A big shout out to my fellow nominees tonight. It's an honor to be recognized along with all of you, to join a group of highly esteemed local leaders is truly humbling, and I'm very grateful. And I just have to say that it is extra special to be receiving this recognition in my hometown. My father, Joe Hudson, he won this award in 2006. And both my sister, Mary Jean, and brother-in-law Ian, they won the Citizen of the Year Awards in 2008 and 2014, respectively. Our family has a history of business and community leadership in the area, and I'm honored to contribute to this legacy that was started generations ago. In fact, we're now a 6th-generation family business. I'm in the 4th generation. And in 2021, I think we heard that in the video, we celebrated 130 years of farming at our original home farm here in Lynn, Ontario. We're a family and a business that are proud to have our roots in this area. My great-grandparents chose to settle here and raise their family, having emigrated from Scotland in the 1800s because of all of the opportunity that it promised then and continues to provide to this day. The foundation that was established by our great-grandparents on our farm in the village of Lynn and aided by the efforts of our grandfather, our dad, Joe Hudson, and uncle, Grant Hudson, which launched our family into the egg business in the 40s. And it was suggested that I tell the story of 50 chickens. So my father they used to teach agriculture in high school, which, given that food and ag employs 1 in 7 in Canada, you'd think it'd be more important in the school system today. But, and my dad brought home 50 chickens as part of his agricultural project at BCI. And my dad liked to sleep in, and if you have cows that need milking, you're up really early and out really late. And I think chickens were a lot easier to manage. So he raised these chickens on our farm and became very passionate about poultry. And that's really, what we got into the business. And it was in 1942, he was 13 years old. And he recognized during the war that there were opportunities to raise poultry and have egg production and ship eggs over to Europe during the war. And it's just incredible what he accomplished at such a young age. And today we've expanded into a business that supplies eggs and egg products coast to coast, with operations in 5 provinces, including 7 grading stations, 3 processing plants, and 5 layer hen farms. And Ian and I were debating who was going to get to say that first. Sorry, Ian. He has to figure out something else to say. And, we make such family favorites as Simply Egg Whites, Nature Egg, Free Run, and Omega-3 eggs, Egg Bites and Egg Bakes. And Egg Bites and Bakes are made right here in Brockville, and Chris Arch is here today. And if you had Hellmann's mayonnaise or Haagen-Dazs ice cream, or had a breakfast sandwich at McDonald's, Wendy's, Subway, or A&W across Canada, you've had eggs from Burnbrae Farms. And despite our national reach, the heart of our family business remains here in Lynn and Brockville. Our largest employee base is still in this region, and we are currently, as I understand it, the largest private employer, at least for now. I think Leclerc is trying to change that. But anyway, that's okay. It's all good. And I'll just say a little bit about my growth through the business. Like all my family, I grew up working in the business and on our farm. My father was very passionate about that. He made us all work. By the age of 12, I think that's illegal, but anyway, I was earning my spending money picking eggs in our layer hen barns. And when I became 16, I made the mistake of taking grade 9 typing, and then he learned I could type, and I became his secretary. But anyway, I was his weekend typist. But anyway, I think we all were, anyway. But I entered the business full-time at the age of 22 while still doing my degree at the University of Toronto in business and environmental science. And my daughter, who couldn't be here today, is actually studying marketing and environmental science at McGill. And my son is studying hard tonight, trying to get into electrical engineering. So neither of them can be here, but I'm very proud of them both. I worked my way up through the business. Mainly, I did a whole bunch of things, but focused on retail sales, administration, and innovation, and I launched a few products along the way. And in 2008, I was named president, very proud to follow in my father's footsteps. We have a very large business, and we really do run it as a family working together. So, and some of my family's here tonight, and I'm very grateful. So as the fourth generation running the business, my siblings and I are thrilled to have been able to contribute to what our father and uncle started. And happily, we have not completely messed it up. But rather, the business has more than doubled under the leadership of our generation, and that is something that makes us all very proud. We're also proud local citizens. My siblings and I grew up here, and we all went to TIS. That's where the bus took us. But our dad went to BCI, as I said, and so did Huey and Catherine. So, yeah. So we call this Brockville home at Brockville, and then no matter where we have landed day to day. My kids always tease me because they know that when I talk about home, you know, it's not Toronto where they've grown up, but I'm unquestionably talking about the farm in Lynn. And having spent their summers and all their major holidays, here is their home too. My work and my sense of adventure have taken me to many corners of the world. This has only caused me to appreciate my hometown even more. And I must say the area was settled by skilled stone masons, including our great-grandfather, Joseph Hudson, who worked on many buildings in Lynn and Brockville. And as we all know, we have an opportunity to continue to leverage our beautiful, historic town. And I've been to places like in Scotland, and you know, they save all their old buildings and they develop them and they put beautiful businesses in them. And we have that here too. And I just so feel like we could do the same. I know, though, it takes a lot of money, but anyway. And really become a destination of choice for people looking to travel locally, and it really has unquestionably increased through COVID. And we were so happy to see the restoration of the tunnel and are proud of our contribution made towards this worthy initiative to attract tourism to the area. And so that leads me to the philanthropic efforts of our family. My mother, Mary Hudson, and my sister, Mary Jean, is the one who always coined this, but my mother used to say, everyone needs to do their bit in the world. And if she were here today, she'd be so proud of all that we have accomplished, not just as a business family, but more so as a family in the community. As a business, we provided many people with not just a job, but a living that many have counted on for decades, and this is a point of great pride for us. Our business and our family foundation also support community-based programs like the preservation of the tunnel, as well as local breakfast initiatives, the Brockville General Hospital, the Aquatarium, and the YMCA, to name a few. And speaking of the Y, we need to give a big shout out to Ian and our Burnbrae colleagues and the team at the Y for all the work that they did to raise over $100,000 last weekend at the fire truck pull. I think I almost had a heart attack pulling that fire truck. Luckily, I had help. But it was a great day. It was a lot of fun. It was a great cause. And everybody should get a team and make it even bigger next year. We do try to do our bit, not just here, but in all the communities in which we do business, a value passed down through generations in our family, and never has the need been so great in our communities as it is right now. In fact, it's clear that we've all had struggled through the last couple of years. Our business has been taxed, especially with labor problems. We heard about that earlier. The leaders of this community must ensure we're attracting to the area individuals interested in working in our businesses and in our growing tourist and service industries. And for that, we need housing, and we also need health care. So it's just something that we really do need to continue to encourage and develop in this community. And I have selfishly taken this platform to make this appeal. And I just add, we've never been more challenged than we are right now as a business. Issues we never would have dreamed of have come at us in the last couple of years. I've never been more proud of my colleagues at Bermray, my family, and the business community at large. Despite a pandemic, supply chain issues, labor shortages, floods, fires, rising inflation, elevated interest rates, and for our industry, avian influenza, which not just had a spring wave, but now a fall one, and continues to hit our industry hard, we've managed to pivot, the overused word of the last 2 years, to keep our businesses operating and goods and services flowing to Canadian families across the country. And our local charities, like the YMCA and the local food banks, have risen to increase their reach to families in need. We've all done an incredible job. We've come through for Canadians, and everyone in this room should be very proud of what we have overcome and the support that we have provided. And it's fair to say, I think it was highlighted earlier, the number of awards that we've had in the last couple of years. Never have we been so challenged, and never have we won so many awards. And we've been blessed, and all these awards are something that takes a great group of people to accomplish. And everyone at Bermray and in the Hudson family deserves credit for our awards and for this recognition tonight. None of this could have been accomplished without my many colleagues and without the support of my family. Thank you to my family and colleagues here with me. There's more than 20 of us, but I'd like to make a special call out to my brother, Ted Hudson, who wishes he was here tonight, and sends his regards to my brother-in-law, Ian, who is here, both of whom have worked alongside me in the business for literally decades, and we've supported each other. Bob Anderson and his wife Sandra, and Craig Hunter and his wife Susan are here. They too are instrumental in the growth and success of our business, along with all of our long-serving colleagues. And to my sisters, Helen Ann, Mary Jean, and Sue, have supported me these many years. Thank you very much. You've also touched our business and helped with our success in many different ways. Helen Ann being the driving force behind the early development of our sustainability programs, Sue driving our digital marketing initiatives and social media campaigns, and Mary Jean, who has stick-handled many legal deals and more recently has helped to lead our family foundations. Thank you all for your efforts and support and for being here tonight. Our dad, Joe Hudson, would have loved to have been here as well, and he sends his regards, but unfortunately his health does not allow him to attend events like this anymore. We're all very appreciative of all that he has done for us. This past year, we've been recognized with a WBE certification, which stands for Women's Business Enterprise. That means that we are more than 51% owned and controlled by women. Which basically means that me and my sisters own and control more than 51% of the business, something that Ian and Ted are very excited about. I thought that was my best line. I'm almost done, I promise. So it's we've been in that state for some time now, but we finally applied. I think Sonia helped us with the certification, so thank you. But all joking aside, as a shareholder group, we're very supportive of each other, and we believe in diversity and leadership in both our business and in our communities. Individuals need to see themselves represented in leadership, as seeing others like themselves in senior roles makes their own advancement seem more attainable. In closing, I would like to say that as we all continue to overcome many challenges and show incredible resilience, that with the great people like the ones here tonight, our strong community and business leaders, and the support of the Chamber, I am confident that this area will continue to thrive well into the future. Thank you again for this recognition. It is truly appreciated, and have a great evening.
I'd like to thank our guest speaker. They won so many awards, I was going to say get cracking, but I don't know what you got left. All right. Now, the next award is the Young Professional of the Year Award. Please welcome from St. Lawrence College, Glenn Volbright.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Bruce, for that nice, warm welcome. You know, after chatting so long during the pandemic by text and voicemail over every quarter, giving an update at SLC, it's nice to be in person with you today. So as mentioned, I'm Glenn Volbright, President and CEO of St. Lawrence College. And at SLC, we take our role that we play helping and serving the region of Eastern Ontario and the city of Brockville very seriously. You know, St. Lawrence College is celebrating its 55th birthday, and to add to Orlando's story about the Leafs, because I am a big Leaf fan, 55 years also represents how long it's been since the Leafs have won the Cup. So, well, anyway. So our current strategic plan, SLC M5, has us focused on academic and operational excellence and Indigenous ways of knowing and being, employee success, and of course, student enrichment, or what we call students first. And St. Lawrence College students, you know, are truly remarkable. And I'm sure we have some grads and some current students here in the crowd today. And at our table, I'm privileged and honored to have one of our honorary diploma winners, Shelley Bacon, at our table today, too. I see Shelley's looking at my dessert there. Shelley, leave that. Sorry. You know, also joining us, we have a number of folks from SLC at our table here and our table down there. But a person that I just want to introduce to the community is Les Casson, who's our Dean of Creative Industries and our new Dean of the Brockville campus. And Les, maybe you could just wave there. You know, Les succeeds Doug Roughton, and Doug Roughton, as most of you know, was with us for 36 years. And thank you.
Keep going, I'll catch up.
And we're going to miss Doug and all his many contributions, but very proud of Les. And once you get to know Les and her passion for Brockville and her passion for the arts and for community college, I'm sure you're going to see that we're going to be able to continue the great work that Doug started. Also want to let folks know, and I'm sure people have heard that we now offer degrees. So we have our new Bachelor of Science degree in nursing, and just recently got our 3-year degree program. And I want to thank MPP Steve Clark, MPP Michael Barrett for all the support that you folks have done to help St. Lawrence allow us to provide world-class education in our local communities. So I know we're eager to get things going. So to close, I'd like to congratulate Pam and the entire team in the Brockville Chamber on your hard work on helping connect local businesses and leaders with resources and information, and of course tonight, recognition. So please, let's give our friends at the Chamber a big round of applause. Thanks, Pam. Okay, so let's get down to business. St. Lawrence College is extremely pleased to be one of the sponsors for this 63rd Awards of Excellence Gala and presenter of this year's Young Professional of the Year Award. And candidates for this award must stand out in our community, showcasing a professional demeanor and making a commitment through their high level of community involvement. In addition, they demonstrate extraordinary service and/or leadership that contributes to the quality of life in our community. So with that, St. Lawrence College is proud to introduce this year's Young Professional of the Year Award winner. Video.
I nominated Danielle because she works very hard, and it's always nice to have some recognition for all the work and effort you put in. Like, she's done a lot for the community, and she's got about 40 employees at this time, which is really big in this day and age. Only started the company, this one in Brockville, back in 2018. Before that, she was just a minor shareholder in the old IEC company, which was sold. And at that time, the company was sold to Modern Niagara, which was great at the time, and things were going well. And then they decided they want to consolidate IEC into the Toronto area and the Ottawa area, and they were going to shut down all the offices along the St. Lawrence Seaway. At that time, they came to Danielle and said, and me, they said they wanted us to move to Ottawa to look after the company from that position. But she has 2 kids, and she lives in Lansdowne, and she couldn't see herself driving back and forth. So she decided, they offered it back to buy it back. So she's bought it back, and she started with about 6 or 7 people, and she just, over time, just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now she's got up to 40 employees. She's looking after young professionals. She's a vice president of the Electrical Contractors Association of Quinte St. Lawrence. She probably works 14 hours a day. And she's got 2 kids. And she's got a home life, she's got this work life, and she's enjoying it. But so this is really some recognition for what she's doing.
Danielle, I nominated her as a young professional because I've seen her ethics over the years. I've known the family for some time, and she is a young family member, 2 children, and I believe that she works hard at that. And she acquired a asset, an electrical business that has many employees, and it's just fantastic the way that she has operated those particular businesses. I've been doing some information for her related to her business for 2018 year end, and she's done extremely well, growth in every year, and she has high work ethics. Sometimes it's extremely hard to get a hold of her, but she does work hard, returns calls, and I appreciate how she does things. And she actually treats, I think, the staff very well, and gives them the freedom that they need to complete the job as well.
Any small business in Canada is tough to run. There are so many things that can go wrong or poorly that are out of the control of the business owner. It's a real game of inches. Danielle has been able to make those inches work in her favor. She employs more than 30 industrial electricians. These electricians are well paid, they're unionized, and they have pensions. In addition, most electricians know the value of their work. Danielle has been able to keep her employees happy as well as win RFPs. In only 4 years, with some substantial experience from another corporation, she's been able to build a strong business with a strong workforce and a great reputation. In addition, she's become a leader and sits on the board of the Electrical Contractors of Eastern Ontario.
Congratulations to our Young Professional of the Year, Danielle Gray.
I'm going to be honest, I did not prepare a speech, so it will not be long, I promise. I just wanted to say thank you to Shane, Art, Ron, and the ECAO who nominated me for this. I'm very appreciated and honored because there are a lot of really great young professionals, especially in the construction industry in Brockville, which I think sometimes goes unnoticed, like Jordan from 401, the guys from Selleck, there's a ton, even the guys from City. I think you'd be underestimated how many young professionals in this area are actually in control of some very important infrastructure, and it's a great honor that I was chosen, so thank you very much to everybody for that. Yes, actually we're up to almost 60 employees next week, so that's, yeah, and honestly, it's an honor to follow Margaret, and seeing another woman in charge is very, sorry, I'm very nervous. So congratulations on your accreditation that you received, and like I said, we just got back from Prague, so I sit on the Electrical Contractors Association of Ontario, and for the past few years, I've been the only female that's been there as an owner of an unionized electrical contracting industry. Now there's one more, thankfully, so made friends with her very fast. So thank you very much, guys. Would also like to say that Industrial Electric's been in Brockville for a very long time. We finally moved out of our location on North Augusta Road, and when we did, there was a lot of old awards from like the 60s from the city of Brockville. So yeah, thank you very much, and very proud to be from Brockville and employ lots of people in Brockville, and I'm very honored to be awarded this when there's a lot of great people who deserve this recognition. So thank you very much.
And I'm happy to report that my wife is the leader in our household. All right, now to present the Business of the Year Award. Please welcome from Wills Transfer of Brockville, Jordy Wills.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jordy Wills, Senior Vice President of Wills Transfer. It's good to be with you tonight to present this award. I'm here with my wife, Heidi, and some awesome team members here at Table 2. Thank you. Last year we were on a fairway. We had the whole 150-yard line, and we had a loud and rowdy crew, and it was a really fun night. We are a fourth-generation family business. I'm proud to know my great-grandfather, who founded it in 1945 after the war. He bought 3 trucks, and we were working in the Smiths Falls CP yard, unloading rail cars and loading rail cars. Today, just in Brockville, we have 460,000 square feet, 2 locations. In total, we have 6 distribution centers and warehouses, and we are building in Ingleside right now, 150,000 square foot warehouse. We're really excited about that, and we're hoping to be open in January. We are proud recipients of last year's Business of the Year Award, and some might say too proud. We really stretched it. We got HBC blankets and put Business of the Year and bought 110 of them for all the Brockville staff. We did some training, how to answer a phone. Hello, this is Wills Transfer Business of the Year. How can we help you? Anyways, we were really proud, and what we were really proud about is that there's 100 or 110 people in Brockville, and they love what they do, and they love where they live. And as a company, we have 4 values, but I'll just speak to the 4th one. The 4th one is new this year. We're adding it because it resonates with us, and it's the idea of be a good steward. Be a good steward of the resources you have, the wisdom, the knowledge that you have. And what was special about receiving the award last year was we want to be good stewards of the people that have been entrusted to us in the money that we make, that it would go back into the community. And so these are some of the things that we're passionate about. This year, we are extremely pleased to be the sponsors of the 63rd Awards of Excellence Gala and presenters of this year's 2022 Business of the Year Award. Business of the Year honors businesses with 20 or more employees that demonstrate continued business excellence and sustained financial growth and performance, continuously strives to exceed customer expectations, embraces outstanding commitment to quality, demonstrates positive impact in the community. Wills Transfer is proud to introduce the nominees for this year's Business of the Year.
Our people have stepped up. We've helped the province out. We've helped our partners out. We've done a great job when it comes to vaccination rates, leading the province of Ontario. We did that in order to protect our community, and we felt that that was going to be the strength of our area, is to protect our community through vaccination and protection through all the measures that were put in place by the government. It goes back to 2017 or 2016 when the supervisor was appointed by the province of Ontario, and that set the stage for recovery for the hospital. During that time, the keys were handed back to the community, I believe it was in May of 2018. And since then, we have financially recovered, we have stability, we'd be able to make the key investments across the organization, invest in staffing, and then on top of that, we've been able to build our new tower. And this was in the midst of the pandemic. We did get the keys in August of 2020, and then we operationalized a new tower with new services over the next 18 months. So we've done a tremendous amount of work in a short period of time, during a pandemic, during a financial recovery, and it's something that we should be extremely proud of with our staff and our community. I think our future is going to be incredible. We know that the foundation is out now fundraising for our equipment, and what we want to become, we want to become a modern hospital, but we have to make some key investments. So that means modernization of our equipment, modernization of our buildings, and we're not going to stop. And we need to improve our services. We need to increase our services, over the next 3 to 5 years, and that's the plan. We do have plans that we want to increase the level of services to our community, and in order to improve across the healthcare system. On behalf of the staff, our board of directors, and our community, thank you very much. This is a tremendous honor for our hospital and for our people. Thank you very much.
Northern Cables is a manufacturing company started up after the closure of Phillips Cables in Brockville in 1996. We manufacture electrical power cables that are used in multi-unit construction, apartment buildings, strip malls, anywhere you require multi-stage construction. We also manufacture power cables that are used in pulp and paper, mining, other applications such as that. We manufacture cables for the United States market, all the equivalents. The Canadian stuff is CSA, the US products are all UL. We also manufacture our cables in both copper conductors and aluminum conductors. And we are vertically integrated and manufacture, and that is the metal component, we manufacture all of our own conductors internally. Northern Cable specializes in armored cables. That is the interlocking armor that you see. And we have grown that business since the inception in 1996, having increased our capacity footprint to 3 factories, 2 in Brockville, 1 in Prescott. And each of our factories has undergone an expansion, and we have more expansion in the works. Northern Cables is very appreciative of being nominated by the Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to thank our nominators. We'd like to thank the board of the Chamber. And it's a great accomplishment to be recognized by your peers in the business community. Very appreciative, and I'd like to congratulate all the other participants this year.
Brockville Animal Hospital is a privately owned and operated veterinary practice that basically we're focused on trying to continue the legacy that Dr. Jim Haynes started when he opened the practice in 1979. And that was to care for the pets and the people and the Brockville community through the gifts of his time and energy and education, his skills in veterinary medicine, and his hard work. So with that in mind, you know, the goal of our practice has always been to make that human-animal bond the best that it can be, so that people can have a long, people and their pets really can have a long, healthy life together. We acquired and opened a second facility in the downtown core, and that was to create more space so that when clients were allowed to come back in the building, then we could do that in order to continue to provide service and keep the staff and the clients as safe as possible with the ever-changing, you know, nature of that particular virus. I think I would speak for everybody in the clinic to say that we feel very humbled and thankful to have been nominated for this award. We have a very loyal following of clients that have been so patient with us through the trials and tribulations of the pandemic, and we're very grateful for that. We've always tried to provide, you know, timely and thorough communication and to build strong relationships with our clients so that they feel comfortable, feel open and honest with anything that they have to say. Welcome their, you know, their ideas, their concerns, their feedback, because that's what allows us to adapt and to serve better. The supportive community that we've been in has been great for us, and we're so grateful for that. That's part of why we like to be part of the community events, and to be nominated for an award like that is just the cherry on top of the of the sundae, whatever. It's really, really nice.
And the winner of the 2022 Business of the Year goes to, just always wanted to do that with the pause, goes to Northern Cables.
Wow, what an evening, and look at these bright lights. I can't see anybody, but I just made a few notes. It isn't that bad. First off, I'd like to mention we have the part of our Northern Cables team here sitting at table number 11. And I'd like to say
Business is a team sport, and everything we do at Northern Cables is a team effort. And that is how we've done this. I'd like to thank the Chamber. I'd like to thank our nominators. I'd like to thank our customers and suppliers. And most importantly, I'd like to thank our workforce. I'd like to recognize all the candidates tonight who have been nominated and put their names forward. Just having your name forward tonight, you are a winner in this business community. So how did we get here tonight? Very simply, I graduated in the 70s, and back then about 20 to 25% of the people worked in manufacturing. And after that, you might recall Canada started entering into these free trade agreements, first with the United States and secondly with Mexico. And these agreements caused tremendous rationalization of manufacturing, first repatriated to the United States and then finally to Mexico. Hundreds of thousands of baby boomers of working age lost their jobs in manufacturing over these changes. Obviously, I've lost my job more than once in these changes. Competition and U.S. multinationals has driven manufacturing overseas to China and beyond. And then along comes COVID. So COVID struck, and globalization all of a sudden did not look as rosy as it once did. We've had tremendous disruptions, and we have benefited from that. Northern Cables purchases all of our raw materials in Canada and the United States. We do not bring stuff in off boats. We shop local, we shop in the region, and we try to support our fellow business people. How have we grown year over year? We do this simply because we invest in our people, our facilities, and in our communities. And everyone working there have their feet on the ground and contribute to the operation. On behalf of everyone at Northern Cables, I'd like to thank the Brockville District Chamber of Commerce, business community, and to everyone who's been touched by Northern Cables. Thank you very much for this honor.
By the way, Shelley was last year's Business Person of the Year. So I can hardly wait to see how he's going to hit the trifecta next year. All right, to introduce the Small Business of the Year, please welcome from 401 Electric, Mr. Barry Moss.
Well, Pam, a great evening again. Really hats off to you and your team. And Bruce, it's great to see you up and around, functioning fantastically. You're in fantastic shape. My name's Barry Moss, president of 401 Electric, and we're proud to be a part of this year's Awards of Excellence Gala. We feel it's important to sponsor this year's event to honor those around us who have gone above and beyond. This year, we're presenting the Small Business Award of the Year, which honors business excellence, financial growth, and continuously exceeds customers' expectations while demonstrating a positive impact in the community. The finalists are.
We are called Brockville Home Healthcare. I've been incorporated in Brockville for just about a year now. We sell, provide, and service the Brockville and surrounding area with anything to do with home health care, medical supplies, CPAP service. You know, the supplies sort of fall into the world of like wheelchairs, walkers. Scooters are very popular in this town, and you know, aids to daily living. We help people find the funding they need if it's available to with their business, so they can help offset maybe some of their costs if possible through either the ADP program, March of Dimes, veterans. You know, so we just try to serve our community as best we can. Oh, it's great. I mean, anytime you're recognized by, you know, people around you, your community, your peers, it's always a great feeling. I'm very proud, business owner here. I employ a couple staff, and we have our token dog who hangs out with us here. You know, I just work really hard at the business, and we're growing, and we're certainly feeling a need for the, you know, what's needed in the community here right now.
The actual business has been here for about 65 years, give or take. We knew the original owner, friend of the family, but we knew the original owner. And it's been in the family for 30 years. It's sort of one of those things that it's not just the community, it's like we have customers that will like make trips in from Ottawa, in from Montreal. We have Americans coming over during the summer that were like, it was like, oh my God, it's so great to be back after, 2 years of the pandemic.
It's also generational too, right? So we have lots of people that they come and their families come and they came with their parents and their grandparents, and it's a lot of memories. So a lot of people come and they share their memories of being at Dawn's and how much it means to them, which means huge to us.
Yeah, that it's just sort of carried on over time. I think it's just the validation of, because not only by the staff, it's the validation of how we've handled the staff, how we've treated them. We have a lot of students that work for us. They come back, and if we have time, we have hours we can give them in the summer. If they've gone away to college, they'll come back and we'll get a phone call in May. Do you have space? And it's sort of like, it's nice to know that that when they were here, they felt comfortable enough and they liked it enough that they want to come back. I take a lot of pride in that. It's just a validation of the work that's put in and how we've handled staff, how we've handled customers over the years. That's how I look at it.
Well, I think it means a lot because we want to create an environment where people want to be here, and just the fact that staff nominated us for us. It shows that what we're doing is we're on the right path, so that obviously feels really nice. It makes a great work environment.
Yeah.
Welcome to Pauline's. We're celebrating 47 years in business this October, and we are Brockville and Eastern Ontario's premier lingerie boutique. We specialize in professional bra fittings for everybody, an inclusive and welcoming environment. We also do swimwear, resort wear, a nice collection of ladies' casuals, and a nice little collection of men's products as well. We are reaching out into the community in some different ways recently, and we are focusing on growing our mastectomy side of things as well. Feels incredible to be nominated for Small Business of the Year. It's our first nomination in 47 years, and I know that my grandmother would be absolutely excited and thrilled for us, and I know that it's just a great feeling. I've got a great team of people here with me, and it's an absolutely phenomenal feeling.
This year's winner, the Small Business Award, is Brockville Home Healthcare.
Small business. I'm feeling really small compared to the people that just presided before me here, but proud comes to mind right away. I said to a few people over the course of the last few weeks when we talked about this gala, anybody who's nominated tonight's a winner, obviously, and just to be nominated meant a lot to me. I mean, we've only been in business for just over a year, and I feel we have a great need in the community here. We sell a lot of devices, but we do a lot of work trying to get people aligned with the right programs in and around our communities. So maybe it's the Alzheimer's, maybe there's a veteran who didn't realize he actually was a veteran, and you'd be surprised. Guys 20 years ago who served in our wars, they were denied services, but we highly encourage them to get back involved. You got to get their name out there and get the financial services that they so well deserve. Talked about our token dog. We have a great staff. I only have 2 staff, but they're the best. And Leanne and Wendy, I brought them both with me here tonight. Leanne couldn't be here, sorry, she's sick right now, but Wendy's here, my nurse. We do a CPAP business here, and it's just a small business, but I think we have a lot of added values to the community and the surrounding area. I've been in this industry for 24 years and never ever thought of myself as a business owner. I've always worked for the big guys, selling into Brockville from outside of Brockville. And I was born and raised here on a farm, similar to Margaret. I'm not quite as successful as Margaret there, but, I knew Margaret back at TIS, and go Pirates, right? But, yes, at the end of the day, being a farmer, I coached at Queens for 10 years, and I run my business like I coached men's baseball. You know, it's a team effort, and you have to rely on the people around you, be strong in your beliefs, and you know, we just have such a phenomenal community here, and I'm just very proud to be a part of it. And I want to thank my wife Janice, who is here tonight. You have no idea. Thank you very much, folks.
All right, I'll bring you up to date on some scores. Ottawa beat the Capitals 5-2. The Canadians beat the Coyotes 6-2. And the Maple Leafs and the Stars are tied 2-2. And I just got this word in from Jeff Severson. Margaret's speech almost beat Rob Thompson's. All right, to present the Tourism Award, please welcome Keely Patterson of O'Farrell Financial Services.
Good evening, everybody. And again, thank you for Pam and team for a wonderful evening. I'm just going to introduce and for the Tourism Award tonight. So since 1997, O'Farrell Wealth and Estate Planning has been providing full financial, succession, and estate planning with employee benefit solutions to help our clients live the life they want today and secure the legacy they want for tomorrow. From the very beginning, our main goal was to build a foundation of trust by offering professional and quality advice to our clients in one of our 5 locations in Eastern Ontario. Community involvement has also been an integral part of our aspect of our business, as the entire team truly believes in the importance of giving back to the community in which we work. We feel it's important to sponsor this event as part of Brockville's incredible business community and to recognize the businesses and individuals who make this a better place to live, play, and do business in. The successful recipient of the Tourism Award has shown significant contribution and betterment to tourism for Brockville and district communities. The award winner is an ambassador for our communities and illustrates the innovative contributions that result in significant economic impact. And the nominees are.
Well, I think 2022 was the 13th year total of the event. We missed obviously 2020 and 2021 due to COVID. Very happy to have it back in 2022. We came in with a bang with some great Canadian bands. Basically, the Thousand Islands Regatta is hydroplane racing, part of the Hydroplane Racing League tour throughout Eastern North America. We're live music. We pride ourselves on bringing Canadian classic rock bands to Brockville, and we also showcase local talent opening up for those bands. We're also Kids Zone, so we have a great Kids Zone down at Blockhouse. Kids really enjoy, and obviously food and beer tent. It's an extreme honor because somebody in the community obviously thought highly enough of our event to nominate us for the Tourism Award. We're up against some great festivals, and being emerging from COVID, great to see a lot of things happening in Brockville, and we're up against some great other events, and I think whoever wins is going to be a deserving winner.
My business is Wild Little Roses. We are a flower and gift shop, but we're also an interactive kind of shop. So we offer workshops, classes, we have kids, we have adults. We also do a couple things in the community. We host the night market on Perth Street. So I collaborate that with Parney Nolan from Fun Art. And we host that every Thursday night all summer long. So that's kind of an interactive community initiative to get people out. We started it during COVID just to kind of get people in the community out and about and help bring more people down to the art district. We do flower arranging classes. We do plant kind of terrarium classes. We do a lot of Christmas and Thanksgiving things. So basically from now until Christmas, we are booked up. So we have wreath making workshops. We have centerpiece workshops for Christmas. We have Grinch tree workshops. We have, we're having a Halloween kind of day for children, October 30th. So that will be kind of a cool interactive workshop for kids. And it's all just creative arts. It's awesome, actually. We've worked really hard, not just me, my employees, over the last couple of years, just trying to make something happen of our business, but also help engage the community. So it's touching for sure.
My name is Brian Burns, and I'm just so proud to have been the chairman for the 2019 and now the 2022 Tall Ships Festival here in Brockville. Our festival here this year was the largest Tall Ships Festival in the province of Ontario. We organize by way of committee. Committee consists of 9 volunteers, 4 city staff, and 6 partners. And the partners include the DBIA, the Chamber, Tourism Brockville, Tall Ships Canada. A very special partner, of course, is Jane Fullerton, the councillor with the City of Brockville. So much of the committee, so much of the festival planning this year had to be done remotely. Become very, very familiar with something called Zoom. And Leslie White from the City of Brockville and myself did very, very much of the planning process. The volunteer side of the committee looks after the operational side of the festival. We do things like admissions, concessions, logistics, site planning, all those good things. The city concentrates on all things city, of course. Security with Transport Canada, tremendously important, and Leslie heads that up. And the marketing part of the program, the city also looked after. And together we put together a festival that was, I think, one of the best of the 4 Tall Ships festivals that we were very successful financially once again. And we'll let that come out when our report to council goes in October. It feels very, very good. I represent all of the volunteers, probably close to 100, and to have them all recognized by this type of recognition is just something else. And whether we win or whether someone else, I wish everyone who is nominated all the success in the world.
The envelope. And the winner is the Thousand Islands International Regatta.
Wow, this is a great honor. We've been doing this for a lot of years. To be nominated was a great honor, and to be up against some of these wonderful festivals and wonderful community events is truly an honor for us. We would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for putting on such a wonderful event. Our volunteers, we're a volunteer committee of 6. We have a tremendous amount of volunteers that support our event. Our event goes automatically back to the City of Brockville in supporting local businesses. I don't know, like our sponsors are, we have most of them return year to year. This year was such a tough year because we weren't sure if we were going to have it again. And we decided in March that we were going to, do it. And these committee members are spectacular. Again, I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our volunteers. I want to thank the City of Brockville. Without the City of Brockville and all of their contributions that they do, this event wouldn't be able to happen. I would like to thank all of the award winners this evening. We're so honored to be part of this event. We're so honored to be part of the winners that are tonight. And Bruce, we're really happy to see you here. I just recently learned of your illness, and we're super, super happy of everything that you do for this community. And I thank you, the community. Thank you,
So when I was a little guy, I grew up on a farm in Saskatchewan, And we had chickens, and we had a rooster. So apparently one day, and I was about 4 years old, I got chased into the barn, and the rooster attacked me. So guess what we had for supper? I had to get an egg story in there somewhere. I introduce now the Community Excellence Award, Ian McFall from Burnbrae Farms.
Quite a story, Bruce. Thank you. As I look out at all of you and the 3 rowdy Burnbrae tables over here, I know they're over here. I am thinking and praying that I'm better looking in person than I am on video. Dale, where are you? You could have touched me up a little bit on that one, I thought. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ian McFall. I'm an executive VP at Burnbrae Farms. I started my career with Burnbrae in 1988, or as Margaret said, decades ago. So that gives me the distinction of being older than almost everyone in the company. Now, Margaret has covered some of this ground, by the way, but I'll touch on a little bit more. Burnbrae Farms was founded in 1891 near Lynn, that bustling metropolitan area just northwest of Brockville. And we now operate egg farms and egg grading and processing plants in 5 provinces. We proudly sell our products coast to coast to coast in Canada, with a small portion of our sales going to the US market. We are also extremely proud of our engagement in the communities in which we operate across Canada. And of course, we are very proud to have our roots right here in Leeds and Grenville, where today we employ over 400 great people. We are proud of all the nominees and award recipients tonight, including Margaret. She is my evil stepsister, as you may know. Just one of them, I might add. We are extremely proud at Burnbrae Farms to sponsor the 63rd Awards of Excellence Gala and to be presenters of the Community Excellence Award. Nominees for this award demonstrate a notable contribution to the quality of life in the Brockville and area community. They volunteer their time and occasionally provide financial support to these activities that enrich our great city and our surrounding communities. The award nominees promote a culture that emphasizes community involvement, partnering with and supporting not-for-profit charities and a multitude of other community efforts. Burnbrae Farms is proud to introduce the nominees for this year's Community Excellence Award. Bruce, roll the video, please.
The organization, the whole organization, of course, it's a world organization, headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, of which Jimmy Carter is the honorary chairman. And then our headquarters is located in Toronto, of which we have affiliates all across the country. So our affiliate here, we're a small affiliate, but we've been very effective in selling our, collecting our goods, reselling them, and that's what we do to raise funds. The primary source of funding comes from this restore. We've recently launched a committee to fundraise, so we're looking at doing that to bring in alternate funds so we can increase the number of houses we build. The last builds was in Prescott, was on Dibble Street. We built a house for a family, and the one before that was in Cardinal. Right now, we're engaged in a community effort in Kempville in partnership with Ottawa. 15-unit condominium, of which we're responsible for 4. It's excellent, and actually it was very good news. I was very appreciative of the people that did that and selected us. I mean, it's about name recognition, of course. Community, there's a finite number of dollars in each community, and there's lots of charities vying for those dollars. And we're glad that we're going to get more community exposure from this selection.
I'm very lucky to be chosen often as a leader of different things. And I could probably say that the privilege that I have of leading those is divided into 3 different camps, in a sense. One of them is the whole idea of organizing large events, and that goes back to the Ontario Senior Winter Games, the Canada 55 Plus Games. And last year we had an opportunity to organize the Golf Ontario Junior Girls Championship, the Brockville Country Club. A very successful event. The second thing probably that I'm involved in is direct fundraising for charities. And I think of every year we get together with a group of people from the Brockville Country Club and do the Christmas kettle. We call ourselves the BCC bell ringer. What it does is give them an opportunity to get some more money in their coffers. And I've also been very happy to see how St. John Ambulance is thriving after we retired the mortgage there a few years ago. That was a major fundraising event. The third one probably I'm probably known for are supporting golf tournaments in the area. Recently I've been involved with senior invitational at the Brockville Country Club, and the big fundraiser for me has been the Gord Brown event, both in 2019 and in 2022, this year, when we raised $184,000. So really, when you divide it up, those three particular areas have kept me pretty busy. Well, this is a very humbling thing to be nominated in this category, especially looking at the two other nominees and the organizations, the strong organizations that they are. I thank everyone who's been involved with me. I want to thank Harold Hess for nominating me. Can't leave out my family. My lovely wife Jane has just been so supportive and giving me time and giving me support in all the things I do. My daughters as well for their support. It's very important for all of us to recognize that there are thousands of volunteers working behind the scenes. Not many of them get the chance to stand up here and to say thank you and to be nominated in such a fashion. For that, I'm blessed, and for that, I'm privileged, for that, I'm humbled. Thank you.
So some of the things we you know, from day one we wanted to be involved, and you know, we had some great mentors, the local businesses that kind of helped show us the way. And so we started off by just kicking off with charity car washes and barbecues, and kind of rotating different organizations every weekend from May 1st right through to October. And you know, the community participation motivated us to continue to do it and try and get more connected, more involved. And so then we started Santa Claus, and kind of got involved with Bell Media and the Toy Mountain Initiative, and Salvation Army, and that continued to grow and continued to see lots of community support. So that again motivated our team to continue to try and do more into the community. And this year we were able to get a little bit more involved with the YMCA and Brockville Food Bank, and we continued our car washes. It was nice after not doing them for the last couple of years. We continued on this year, and it was great. It was fabulous. It's rewarding. We're super pleased and grateful. The community recognized it. I can tell you on behalf of me and the team, you know, it continues to motivate us to continue to strive to do more.
And the winner of the 2022 Community Excellence Award is Brockville Hyundai.
Thank you. If you thought my video was short, my speech might be shorter. Bruce, welcome back. It's nice to see you back in the community, and I applaud Bruce because a lot of the efforts that you just kind of viewed in that video, Bruce puts lots of time and effort behind the scenes helping us kind of get the organizations together and getting people to get everybody organized, me included, and make these events possible, so thank you. To everybody else in the community, you know, Brockville Hyundai came into Brockville in 2018. Myself and my partner, John Hinton, super blessed. I wish he could have joined us tonight to be part of the receiving of this award, because without him, tonight wouldn't be possible for us. To my team, they're all here, every single one of them. There's 28 people in the back. None of it would be possible without them. I can tell you there's countless number of hours that go in behind the scenes and getting things organized. And I remember when we first started out, we had 8 people working with us, and then it was 9, and then it was 10, and then we continued to grow. And you know, here we are today, and we continue to expand. We're looking forward to next year opening up across in the new flower shop, a used car store, and that'll host another group set of car washes. So in the community, in just under the 5-year period, we've raised just under $200,000. I know that's a small number to a lot of community businesses in this area, but I can tell you, prior to even opening the store, we would kind of watch and learn from many of you in the background what the town was like. And I remember specifically when my partner and I were making our deal, he said to me, he said, well, you know, what's your plans? Where are you going to live? And my family, we were in Manotick, and we had a nice home. We were happy, and friends, of course, and the kids had grown up in the house. And I said, oh, I was thinking we'd kind of stay in Manotick. And he said, I really prefer, and my partner comes from Jasper originally and operates multiple businesses in the Perth and Smith Falls area. And he said, I think you need to be part of the community. He said, I think it's an important piece. And, you know, well, we were watching all these other businesses and his advice of moving into the community. And so we spent lots of time here in the summer before in 2016 and 2017, observing, learning, watching, trying to get to know a few people. And Brockville was different. And I say that in a good way, so I know I'm not a Brockvillian, as I'm sure, but I truly say it in a good way. We did relocate, and we have become part of the community, and the community support since we've been here has been more than we could have ever asked for, and we're super grateful and appreciative. And it's really, truly everybody in this room has been part of it, and we've watched your business grow, and you've helped our business grow. So I really believe on behalf of everybody in this room and all the organizations that came out to participate and all the team, and I can't forget my family for putting up with us, or with me in particular, but I just want to say a huge thank you. Leave it in.
Dane's coming right back as you help present the next award. But while we wait for that, I just want to take a moment, and I mentioned at the start the number of cards I received, phone calls, messages on Facebook from people. This community has been an unbelievable community for me. 52 years that I've been here, and I love it so much. People ask, are you going to go back on the radio? Yes, I'm going to go back on the radio. I'm not sure when, but I may not be back for very long, but I do want to go back because I want to say thank you to the radio audience that's been so faithful to me. But the most important person is the lady that has stood by me all this time, and she's here tonight, my wife Eileen. All right. To present the Ben Tekamp Memorial Award, we welcome up Dane Fellows from Brockville Hyundai and Kathy Tekamp.
I thought he might have just stayed up here, so I'll start. Anyway, last week would have marked the 8th anniversary of Ben's death. So I have to tell you how gratifying it is to come in here tonight and receive hugs and warm wishes from everybody. And our family would like to thank the Chamber for continuing to honor Ben with this award. So, Our congratulations to all the nominees, and now I'll let Dean go to work.
Of course, I forgot my glasses at the table. Well, welcome back, and this time I'm going to cheat a little bit. So we're extremely pleased to be sponsors of the 63rd Awards of Excellence Gala and presenters of this year's Ben Tekamp Memorial Award. Candidates for this award must be in initial stages of business development, innovation, and reinvigoration. Business history and startup efforts should display some type of traits which Ben Tekamp was most noted for: perseverance, collaboration, and leadership. Brockville Hyundai is proud to introduce the nominees for this year's Ben Tekamp Memorial Award.
So in 2018, I went out on my own as a sole proprietor structural engineer. In 2020, we bought and merged with Colette Surveying Limited and formed In Engineering and Surveying. This was 5 days before the pandemic started, so it was a great time to take over a business. From there, we've expanded 5 times in both revenue and team size, and we're now providing a more integrated approach to consulting and construction with services from start to finish in land development and construction and engineering. It truly is a huge honor for me to be even nominated. Mr. T-Camp was someone I first met when I was a private recruit at the Brockville Rifles. He was the honorary colonel there. So he's someone that I always looked up to, admired, and I would consider a mentor. So to be nominated for the award in his name is truly amazing.
My first business I opened was VB Bookkeeping and Tax Services. I opened that about 2 years ago now, and I wanted to really bring my knowledge and experience I gained from working in the larger public accounting firm to the smaller client base. So I really believe in building a relationship with my client and getting to know them and what's important in their life. And then I like to build a customized accounting and bookkeeping solution to meet their needs and help grow their business. I feel like I've had some great success over the last couple of years, and I've gotten some great clients and people who are new to business, and I've really enjoyed watching their business grow. As my needs increased for VB bookkeeping, I needed a space to meet clients outside of my home in a place that was a little more private to work. And I was having a hard time finding something that I really was happy with, so I decided to move ahead and open Brockville's co-working network. So it's a shared workspace where you can rent a day pass for $25 and just come in and use it for the day. Or we have flexible packages which are about $200 a month, and you can come in anytime and use an available desk. And we have private offices available as well that you can rent for the whole month or multiple months in a row. And we have meeting rooms that you can rent by the hour or per day. I feel very proud to be nominated for the award. It was an amazing feeling to not only find out that other professionals have recognized my hard work, but also were compelled to express that to other people and share what I've been doing.
Career Labs VR, we started, our idea was always to be an organization or a business that could influence local labor market and local job seekers. So we started thinking about what is the technology of VR and how can we use this new technology to help influence student decisions or job seeker decisions. So I got into this. I did originally work in communications and with local youth within the Employment and Education Centre. And then I took on the project when we got some funding to develop 10 new simulations, which then turned into 20 new simulations when we got a second proposal. So I helped to organize and plan the development of these simulations, which we then rolled out onto a platform. And this platform now reaches across North America and is within schools, is within employment agencies like the Employment and Education Centre, correctional facilities, and really any organization that will assist someone when they're looking to make a career change, decision, or transition of some kind. It's an honor to be nominated. I feel that I stand here representing so many that are involved within this project and involved within the organization of Career Labs on the whole, who've worked with us and have built it into the success that it is. I would be silly to think that it's something that is just me. So I feel like I stand here in the place of many who have come before me or have worked with me as we've integrated this tool into Brockville, but within Ontario and then North America at large.
Congratulations to all. And the winner tonight of the Ben T. Camp Award is Andrew Melcher.
All right, so I did prepare a speech. I'm going to hopefully get through it before I get the hook from Mr. Wiley here. Yeah, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. So Mr. T-Camp was someone that was really important in my life. So hopefully I can get through this before we get kicked out of the building. So good evening, everyone, and sincerely thank you to the T-Camp family and Mrs. T-Camp. My team and I were truly honored to be given this award. Named after a man who I hold in such high regard. Most of you know him as Ben. I refer to him as Mr. T-Camp out of the highest amount of reverence. Mr. T-Camp was probably one of my first mentors. and I'm sure he's very proud of all this year's nominees, including Vanessa and Elizabeth. You know, he's one of those people that he's proud of everybody that is any type of entrepreneur in this community. I'm confident Mr. Teekamp would be happy with the sport and growth within our community and its ability to inspire and support such high-quality entrepreneurs and business leaders. I know Mr. Teekamp meant a lot to this community. I know my parents held him in the highest of regard. Every conversation with him was cherished, and you only had to listen to him to learn. So I first met Mr. Teekamp when he was the honorary colonel with the Brockville Rifles. As many of you know, I've been involved with the Brockville Rifles since I turned 16. And at the time, when I first joined, I was much younger and a brand new recruit. Before I went on my first summer of training, I remember him speaking in front of me and my fellow recruits and saying something to the effects of, "No one is here in uniform because it's going to be easy, and we're all here to challenge ourselves and grow as individuals." I've carried these words with me, and his wisdom at that day has applied to every aspect of my life since then. As an engineer, business owner, and a father, I'm constantly reminded myself that none of this is supposed to be easy, and it's a gift to thrive and learn from the challenges we face. If I could have another conversation with Mr. Teekamp, I'm sure he's super proud of what we've accomplished, my team and myself included. We have both developed a new business and reinvigorated an existing one. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my great team way back at table 21 in the far corner. I can't even see them back there. They've all worked super hard, and we've all achieved our vision together. So my journey began back in 2018 when I started out on my own and started my own engineering firm. My goal was to bring world-class professional engineering services to our community, as well as trying to update the construction industry, which I think Danielle alluded to a little bit. In 2020, we bought and merged with Klett Surveying, and from there we created In Engineering and Surveying. In the last 2 years, we've grown the company 5 times in both team size and revenue, which through a pandemic was quite something. Thanks. And since 2020, 5 days before the pandemic officially started, the first lockdown, we've expanded into land surveying, land use planning, civil engineering, structural engineering, and architectural design. And Mr. Teekamp wasn't kidding. It hasn't been easy, and challenging may be a bit of an underestimation. But despite the hurdles that every founding company face, we continue to grow and achieve our goals and milestones. And over the next 5 years, my exceptional team and I, we plan on expanding the firm into a fully integrated consulting and construction business that will complete projects to the highest of standards, with the ultimate goal to really elevate our community's standards of construction throughout Brockville and Eastern Ontario and capitalize on its many assets and, most important, build a resilient and beautiful city. As Mr. Teekamp alluded all those years ago, anything worthwhile isn't easy, and our mission certainly has had its challenges. Change is never easy, and suggesting innovative and new ideas to our community has definitely met a little bit of opposition. We are going to grow and change significantly over the next few years. And my mission for my career is to ensure that our community grows sustainably, aesthetically, and responsibly. Oh, here's up. So we intend to do this by bringing in new contract models, including integrated project delivery and introducing 3D and digital construction to our workflows. I'm going to continue to looking for key team members and community partners that are interested in helping me out, including creating an advisory board to help advise me for the growing corporation. So again, I'm very honored to receive this award in the name of Mr. Teekamp. I know he'd be proud of what we're doing, proud of my fellow nominees and the community as a whole. Thanks again, everybody.
And now to present the Citizen of the Year Award from MNP. Money No Problem. Haley Cicerelli and Kristen Bennett.
Good evening. My name is Kristen, and I'm a manager at MNP, and I'm joined again by my colleague Haley. We are pleased to be here on behalf of MNP to present the award for Citizen of the Year.
In line with our values of leadership, excellence, and community to enhancing our communities where we live and work, the Citizen of the Year Award recognizes a local individual who has demonstrated a continued passion for excellence and leadership in the greater Brockville business community.
Each of the finalists for this award has shown commitment to the continued betterment and growth of the Brockville area, while continuing their involvement in the community in many positive ways.
Good evening, and thank you for watching STV News. I'm Wendy Mesley, in for Elisa Laflamme, who is away on correspondence. In tonight's top story, Jason Baker is named Citizen of the Year in the best city in North America. Ann Beattie and Stephanie Dunbar gathered letters from his many supporters from far and wide. The Brockville and District Chamber of Commerce named Jason Cote the Citizen of the Year in August of 2022. The nomination and declaration was due in large part of the following: his 25-year commitment as an elected official for the city of Brockville, where he didn't use his corporate credit card once. He paid his expenses out of his own pocket. Most notably, though, he led the community through a very trying COVID pandemic. Jason envisioned and implemented the River of Lights, a free visual experience during the festive season, a new committee structure, the Community Awards of Recognition, but far beyond his work on council, his volunteer work with many organizations, too many to list. A huge supporter of local business and shopping local for our economy, not just with words, but in his own actions, by showing up, his personal donations and support, financial or volunteering, endless donations from his co-owned business, Ketchum Manufacturing. He supported struggling athletes who needed assistance with fees and equipment, and many anonymous donations that nobody knows about, except for his partner, Lainey. He's the first to help, a mentor, a true leader, a peacemaker, a builder, a cooperative partner, a man of the people. He's level-headed, a promoter, a role model, informed, influential, and steadfast for the betterment of all. If that's not enough, I don't know what is. On behalf of Ann Beattie and myself, it was our pleasure to gather letters of support from just a sampling of people who recognize and appreciate Jason Baker. On behalf of many, congratulations, Jason. Well deserved. Thank you. Wendy Mesley, good evening.
It is now our pleasure to present the award for Citizen of the Year to Jason Baker.
Thank you very much. First of all, to the Chamber for this incredible award. To say it was a surprise to be nominated is certainly an understatement. And I want to thank both Ann and Steph for doing that for me. To be nominated was enough. To be chosen was a surprise, to say the least. But I'm going to enjoy spending the $100,000 cash prize. And it's well timed because my business partner is in Vegas tonight buying equipment. So no cash. Steph, did you know that? So I guess for a politician, you can never beat JFK's "What would you do for your country" speech. But for Citizens of the Year, at least in my opinion, I think it's hard to top Dave Shaw's speech many years ago, where he claimed to be surprised it took so long for him to get this award because he had his hands in the pants of just about every influential person in Brockville. So I won't try to compete with those award-winning speeches tonight. But I did want to spend a little bit of time thanking some people that have helped me and supported me while I was off out in the community. And it starts with my 4 kids. I spent a lot of time out of the house and gave up a lot of family time, missed a lot of school plays, a lot of sporting events that they were in. And with the fullness of time, I would probably make different decisions and put them more up front than I did. So I wanted to start by recognizing Haley and Liam and Emma and Abby for all they have put up with. We were, when we first ran for council in 1997, we were expecting my oldest daughter, Haley, and she's 25, graduated from Carleton and is starting her own life. So it's been a long time. It's all they've ever known is to me to be involved in the community. So I thank the four of them. Next, to my parents who are seated with me tonight, I thank them for showing their four children that being part of a community means you don't sit on the sidelines and complain, but you roll up your sleeves and you try to make things better. Thank you. I often chuckle that I'm at best the third most well-known member of our family behind my son Liam, who everybody knows by name, and my dad, who everybody knows by the name Old Coach. He taught 4 and 5-year-olds to play hockey in Spencerville for well over 40 years, and he's lived in Brockville for at least 25 of those. So commitment is something that was taught in our family, and I appreciate the lessons that they gave me. I want to I know it's been a long evening. I will be quick, I promise. But there's a bar, and Pam gave me a microphone, and I'm not running for anything. So I do have 2 things I want to say a little off topic for tonight. And it starts with, first, Brockville and Prescott are about to welcome new mayors into government next month. And I would say that a lot has changed in municipal politics over the last 25 years, none more so than the social media abuse that these community-minded people need to withstand. Address changes didn't chase me away from politics, online abuse did. And I think that this has to stop. 40% of the mayors in Leeds and Grenville were acclaimed, and I don't think that's there's a connection there. I implore everyone in this room to support those 2 gentlemen and the other mayors that are coming into office. They need your help, they need your support, and I wish them both the very best of luck. Secondly, many of you are probably aware of the fundraiser that my company is trying to do with the local Legion in selling Remembrance Day lawn signs. And I'm going to take this opportunity to shamelessly plug that fundraiser. We have them for sale at the Legion. We also have them for sale at the plant on California Avenue. And all the proceeds from this sale this year and every year going forward will be donated to the Legion. So as I say goodnight tonight, I reserve my last thank you to Lainey. She was by my side as I ran for mayor. Our little campaign team of Lainey and my mom and Ann got the job done. And Lane was my crutch I leaned on most during my time in the mayor's chair, and she was the one that picked up the pieces after. I couldn't imagine doing it without her, and I'm happy to know that I don't have to. But I will say this, at different times in my life, both my mom and Lainey have commented to the effect that how can a person who refuses to make their own bed ever amount to anything? And to those 2 ladies in my life, all I say is, Citizen of the Year. Thank you.
All right, we have reached the end of the night. And to have final words, please welcome the Executive Director of our Chamber of Commerce, Pamela.
What a great evening. The atmosphere, the excitement in the room felt so good to be back in the Memorial Centre for our signature event. The 63rd Award of Excellence. Congratulations to the nominees and the winners. You all are very well deserving and should be very proud. As the seasons change and we move into another year, we have an exciting opportunity before us to reimage our businesses, our community, and the future for this amazing community. We simply have to leverage the lessons we have learned for these last 2 years and commit to progressive collaboration to build our community and its full potential. Thank you for the support and the commitment to the Brockville and District Chamber of Commerce. Remember, don't forget to vote on Monday, October 24th, and that's the last day to vote, and also to shop local. In closing, the program that you have on your table, there's one program per table that has a thumbs up little sticker on it. And whoever has that gets to take the beautiful arrangement that's on the table this evening as a small token of our appreciation for attending the evening's fabulous event. Thank you, Bruce Wiley, our fabulous MC. Everybody's excited about who's going to win for emceeing tonight, and we're so pleased to have you here tonight, Bruce. Brockberry and team, what a wonderful meal and service. Dale for doing the wonderful videos for this evening. And we have Todd doing all of the lights and sound for this evening. And Colonial Flowers for the incredible job for decorating this lovely hall. And Tony Hicks from the camera guy for recording the full evening, so we'll have this up on our YouTube video. On behalf of the Brockville and District Chamber of Commerce, staff and board, we hope you enjoyed this evening, and cheers to a wonderful and prosperous year, and we hope to see you again in 2023. Have a great night and drive safe.